fighting off Rinzel. O'Connell hit on the boards, battling for that puck. He wins the battle. Gucciardi firing a shot. Airy with the pad save.
I think the same stands for him. You're going to have to block his vision if you want to get one through like that.
Tanner Kelly has an opportunity there, and it goes in! Tanner Kelly with the goal. Michigan State goes up 1-0. 7 minutes into the first period.
Eyes to create a favorable pad configuration, and he made it happen with that little deke, and he's able to sneak it in to 2 goals or less just 5 times this season. And the Spartans have them absolutely defensively under wraps so far, so we're going to see what they talked about in the locker room and how they come out a little bit different in this one.
Michigan State leading in shots, faceoffs, and blocks right now. Absolutely dominant first period performance from the Spartans. And they start with the puck. Stramel sending that one. A pass off the boards intended for Strabak. He's going to fight for it. A shot in on Augustine. It trickles behind him, and a goal for Oliver Moore. Moore fires in that shot. You don't think that one's going to get past Augustine?
Oliver Moore's 6th on the season, and it comes just a snipe as he's approaching Augustine, and usually that's right to the chest of Augustine and done. But that time he just holds there. I think he thought that he had the puck in his hand, but Oliver Moore's been all over the crease so far in this one.
Shevich over to Kelly. Kelly sending a pass off the boards for Shouty. Shouty over to Lukashevich. He has an open slot. He fires a redirection by Manisto, and he'll score! If at first you don't succeed, try again. Tommy Manisto.
And he did make such an impact on that first period.
Looks like a broken stick out on the ice. From the Golden Gophers, Snuggerud to Ziemer, the perfect shot, and he'll go top shelf and score! Hey, teammates getting the puck behind him to tie this one up at 2-2.
Yeah, there's a reason those guys won gold. You got Trey Augustine in net, but man, when you've got Jimmy Snuggerud passing it over to Brody Ziemer, an incredible 1-2 punch of Gophers there. 9th goal for Brody Ziemer on the season, but man, he just sees.
If Minnesota has the response, Michigan State answers right back.
But you get another look at this one. I mean, it's so fast that you almost can't see it.
We'll be on that account tonight between the number 2 and number 4 teams in the country. We got a 3-2 game here in East Lansing.
There's going to be a lot to look back on this one. Hope you got a break there in the commercial because they're not giving us one on the ice.
Basgel with the puck on the blue line. Dorwart trying to go. Does it? Danny Russell, and he'll score! The Spartans creating chaos in front of Erie. The Spartans up 4-2.
And what a goal that was. This line is just firing on all cylinders. You can't say it enough. He goes past the right leg of Erie, sees that space.
Sends that one around the boards. Jarecki, nice job picking that puck up. Sends it up for D'Angelo. Mikey D'Angelo firing a shot. Backdoor opportunity for Gucciardi, and he'll score! How about 2 goals for David Gucciardi, and the Spartans go up 5-2. Tempson is able to poke that one in behind Erie.
Oh, what a goal this was. The Spartans are just staying with it. This is absolutely what Adam Nightingale wants out of his team. As you can see, the puck just trickle.
Much crazier things happen, Ethan. There's still a lot of hockey left to play. Chesley, Snuggerud in the slot, fires a shot, and he'll score! Just like that, Jimmy Snuggerud gets on the board. And like I said, no lead is safe until the final horn sounds.
It's going to be down to the final horn no matter what. I mean, Jimmy Snuggerud, you can't leave a guy like that. And he's part of the reason that these Spartans are up 5-3.
But still 20 minutes left to play here. A lot can change. Tic-tac-toe from that first line. Russell Howard to Stramel in the slot, but couldn't find the back of the net. Here comes Danny Russell again, though. Russell firing a shot. Puck trickling in, and he'll score!
I thought it was getting unreasonably cold out there, Marin. -17 outside and -5 points in their last matchup. They could clear 6 here with a win tonight and tomorrow, and that would give them 7 points of leeway in the Big Ten standings, which is absolutely huge here coming down to the last couple months.
Isaac Howard to Stramel, he'll fire a shot and he'll score! And just like that, Charlie Stramel joins his line mates, 1, 2, 3, each with a goal.
Ethereally. They're not even playing the same game that the rest of college hockey is.
Gruba, nice cross ice pass to John Middlestat. Middlestat pushing it over for Huglin. Huglin with a nice move there to try to get around Basgall, but it didn't work. Basgall up, and now here comes Isaac Howard looking for a second, and he'll score! Top shelf Isaac Howard, and the Spartans keep on coming.
Watch this Isaac Howard goal. He only needs one hand on the stick. A simple deke left to right.
D'Angelo fighting John Middlestat behind the net, 1:30 remaining in the game. Strabak from the blue line over to Geary. Geary firing a shot, that one trickling behind Soulier, and he'll score! The Blue Liners wanted to join the fun, and Patrick Geary, what a way to get your first goal of the season!
Or 5 assists for him, but enter your name in the goal sheet. Young man just over off the shoulder, it looked like, of Soulier.
They're singing, they're having fun here in East Lansing. Number 2 staying on top of number 4 in this top 5 matchup, and the Spartans keeping on top of the Big Ten. They'll add 3 more points.
He might give up 1 or 2, or last night he gave up 3, but when it's money time, when it's crunch time, he's awfully difficult to beat.
So yeah, it's something you gotta keep in your mind and be aware of. Kelly at the dot here. He gets it back there, winning that draw against Paulson. They score! Ripped it up top off the draw! MSU draws first blood. It's Matt Basgall. 1-0 Michigan State.
Very reminiscent of the power play goal we saw Basgall score last Saturday night. Win a faceoff, walk to the middle, traffic in front. Liam Soulier, you can see him fighting to try and locate it, and it's by him before he can react.
The beauty of college hockey, right? The second game, more times than not, it's usually a different type of game, and that's what we've had here so far. Than game 1, you got good shift out of that group. Now Whipple plays around. Snuggerud into the middle. Good firm pass for Rinzel. Rinzel trying to play it on the wing there for Paulson. Snuggerud! Oh, what a bullet! Jimmy Snuggerud pinging in off the pipe.
First rounder. And Sam Rinzel carries the mail once again. Kind of a broken play. And Jimmy Snuggerud takes advantage. Rinzel will get an assist.
17th of the campaign for Jimmy Snuggerud. Chip free, now Larson. He's got Dorwart going to the goal. Larson, good look, and he scores! He gets it in about halfway up the pipe on the glove side in his 100th career game.
Tanner Kelly got it going in his own zone. Tips it up. And Leo Gruba got caught with his stick to the inside as Larson transfers.
22 Americans on Minnesota's roster. The surprise probably not of many. Every one of them from the great state of Minnesota. Good work here from Zemer. Puck came free now. Snuggerud comes in. He chipped it and it's in. Side of the goal. Jimmy Snuggerud came in and just took a whack at it. Little poke there on the left side of the goal.
Well, hard on the forecheck. We always talk about the Spartans and how tough they are on the forecheck. Well, this time it's Paulson, Zemer, and Jimmy Snuggerud. And Snuggerud showing he's got more than just that great shot in his arsenal, but the puck protection of Brody Zemer sets it up behind the net.
Basgall drifting in, shoots. Soulier the stop, Manisto in front. Gophers help him out. Gucciardi with a look. Kelly turns and scores! Tanner Kelly puts it in up top.
Win. And then it's chaos around Liam Soulier. He loses his goal stick, and Tanner Kelly says there's too much congestion there. I'm going to pull it out a bit. And when he does,
Mike Kester takes a look. Doesn't like what he sees. Goal line, near side corner, it's Clark. Clark takes a look. Clark fires. Right left side, rebound chance, and it's in! Minnesota's got the game tied at 3-3 here.
bunch of funky goals last night, but you make your own luck. And it's the Gophers just jamming away net front. And Luke Mittelstadt, which is a great name on Star Wars night to put one in.
Yeah.
So it was pond hockey in the winter, knee hockey in the summer, non-stop, and it's paying off for Jimmy Snuggerud.
A legacy player at Minnesota. His grandfather, of course, is Dave Dad. Unbelievable. Race forward here. Geary. That was off the shaft of the stick of Jimmy Clark. Huglin able to get a handle on it. Now Dorwart. Carson Dorwart with a shot. Good save from Soulier. O'Connell couldn't get it free. Gophers will just eat it in the corner. Thomas, but that shot is flung on from the corner. They were trying to eat it, but Michigan State able to get one more shot as we have played 60 minutes. Minnesota last week losing in this situation at home to Notre Dame. Wanted a call, don't get it. Shouty right in, drives in on Soulier, and Soulier stood his ground there, out there with Russell. Michigan State a 3-on-2 as Rinzel's way behind the play. Here they come, Baskel in, off to the side, and Soulier makes the stop with 10.3 to go.
On the offensive rush, and it was a 3-on-2. Baskel thought about getting it to Daniel Russell. Snuggerud shut that passing lane down, and he got it down.
Issue, here comes Minnesota right in. Great job by Geary coming back on Luke Mittelstadt, and time runs out. What a play from Geary. Here we go. Carson Dorwart now on Soulier. Dorwart in. Good job by Soulier to get it with the right pad. And here comes Daniel Russell now for Michigan State, looking for the first in the shootout. He gets it. Daniel Russell.
Daniel Russell, so cool and calm.
Ryan Chesley. He missed the net. Comes Isaac Howard. Can he ice the game? Howard in, and he does! He puts it in! Isaac Howard floats it in up top. And the Spartans get the extra point in a game that will go as a 3-3 tie. But MSU gets that extra point.
Kind of like the goal he scored last night. Moving that way, chip it back the other way, up top, game over. And I walked the German Shepherd this week, and it was minus 22 wind chill.
Of the last 17, someone that Arseny Sergeyev is going to be busy against. We are underway from Pagula Ice Arena. Ohio State wins the opening faceoff as they move left to right. As now Thomas Wise with speed. Wise leaves it off. Backhand attempt that time, stuffed out by Sergeyev. Godowski and the Nittany Lions searching for answers this season as they sit in last place in the Big Ten. Well, they have 4 games in hand over Notre Dame, who sits 1 spot above of them. A lot of space and a score! Nathan McBrayer gets Ohio State on the board early, his 3rd goal of the season. Puts the Buckeyes up 1-0.
That's a set play. McBrayer just works right by his guy, a little 1-2 give and go, walks right down Broad Street. Nobody near him to rip that one glove side. That's just a defensive collapse right there. Looks like Dylan Lugris, the nearest guy. It is Lugris, that colder puck, so they snap around the ice, move more smooth. It was maybe that, or it's just wet ice. Not quite sure.
Riley Thompson won the opening faceoff of the 2nd period. Nittany Lions quick to recover the puck. Back to T.O. Wahlberg. Ottawa Senators draft pick. William Smith. Now Max Montez. Wrapped around him is Danny Geniev, but Montez makes a move and a shot. Score! Thomas Weiss with his first goal of his sophomore campaign, and Ohio State has doubled their lead. It's 2-0.
Unbelievable individual effort right there from Montez. He tried to cut out and actually shoot that. Geniev gets his stick in the lane.
2-0 in favor of the Buckeyes as Max Montez skates through center ice. Montez leaves it off. Wise. Now this backhand. Score! James Hung with the backhand right out in front of Arseny Sergeyev. And the freshman has his third career goal.
You'll see Gadowski switch up the lines, but it's good center lane drive from Montez, stretches the D out, good pass across the ice to Hong, comes in, just rips one right by Sergeyev. That's one that he probably
was thrown in from center ice. Aiden Fink starts the breakout the other way, but pass a tiny bit behind Reese Lawback. Tied him up for a second. Now out in front, Fink whiffs on it. Tough angle shot, score! Aiden Fink with his 15th goal of the season. The lead on a wild tough angle shot from Aiden Fink.
Bank shot from behind the goal line.
Slowed down on the offensive end has Shade since his hot start earlier in this contest, but has been all over the defensive efforts as DeGraves and Gordon collide. Puck comes free. DeMarco takes a shot. It's blocked. Gets his own chance. Turnaround shot. Score! Matt DeMarco, his 8th goal of the season, down to 1. And Pegula is popping as Matt DeMarco does it himself.
Unbelievable stick-to-itiveness right there from DeMarco to rip that one top shelf. It starts in the neutral zone, though.
And has helped the Montreal Canadiens gain some ground.
Gain momentum. Montreal's looking good. They'll be great in a few years. They have a great young core, and it's wins against Florida, Colorado, New York Rangers, the Washington Capitals, and Dallas Stars.
The side where Christopher Eberle has been living as Joe Dunlap tries to enter the zone, met by Lugris and Crespos. Puck comes free. Now Lugris plays it off the boards. Schoen turns it around. No one there. Now someone comes. Nittany Lions score! Lugris to Dowiak, and Penn State ties it. Fink, DeMarco, and Dowiak, and it's a 3-3 ball game at Pegula.
It starts Dowiak winning a puck play along the far half wall area, wins it down to Schoen. He throws a blind pass, gets a lucky bounce once again. The third lucky bounce for Penn State. They've capitalized.
Peters to Chase. Dump and chase goes the way of Theo Wahlberg. Wahlberg has been one of the best defenders on the ice, and now he skates in. Wahlberg in, leaves it back. Score! It's Sam Deckut off the feed from Theo Wahlberg. 5th goal of the season, and the Buckeyes take their lead right back.
Between the periods, I said Theo Wahlberg, he's been excellent. He's been making plays all over the ice. Right there, the backhand pass across the rink to Deckut to bury that one. Unbelievable, beautiful pass there.
Someone I'd want to go up against as Fascia. Long pass to Wiebusch. Wiebusch gains an edge. Backhand on to Eberle. Hand up. And now they say goal! J.J. Wiebusch ties it.
Here's a look again. So there's a trip right there on the play. Because he crashes in on the trip, puck squirts over the goal line before the whistle's blown. Once again, something that's probably going to be for the first couple of power plays. Penn State was getting outnumbered. That's why they didn't generate.
Dane Dowiak wins the faceoff, 58.9% he was coming into the day. Wins a crucial one. Now Lawback. He waits. Shot. Score! Career power play goal, and he's tied atop the Penn State leaderboard, and the Nittany Lions are atop the Buckeyes 5-4. As Dunlap gives it to Hanson Buchanan on the entry. Now Guzzo, that one left aside for Dunlap, out in front, score! Patrick Guzzo ties it up at 5 with his 5th goal of the season. Rebound chance, stuffed home.
Here it is again, shot out front, puck bounces, and there's Guzzo. And that's what you have to do. You're on the power play. Shea just comes off the box. See him streaking across the blue line on the goal replay there.
That's the first line for the Buckeyes against the 4th line, and Thompson won the faceoff. Burnside is looking for the feed for Fontaine. It actually went through a couple of legs, and that shot goes through the legs of Sergeyev. And Riley Thompson, his 9th goal this season, has the Buckeyes back in front.
Like the 3rd goal the Buckeyes scored, it comes back to it. Foot race won by Thompson there, the chasing guy, Peters. That's 2 centers, that's the
Miss DeMarco, and now Gordon skates it out, it's kept in, good stick play. Fink, down low, looks to DeMarco, good play that time from Carfagna, played around the boards, 15 seconds, right out in front, chance for Penn State, it's in! Danny Geniev ties it! His 8th goal this season, left out in front, chance after chance, and squeaks it by. And the Nittany Lions have tied it late. And that's exactly what is going to happen here. Penn State, late goal by Geniev, sends this one into extra time, and this crowd is getting hyped up as Penn State is calling for them to get loud.
Send out the 3rd after you make a pass up ice. You've got a team out there that's tired. So watch the possession game here in overtime.
Starts with the face-off. Dowiak wins it to the side. DeMarco will play it off the boards, trying to get it to Amon. Good Gunnar Wolf Fontaine. He loses it. DeMarco off the iron. Amon goes and gets the rebound. Far side board, skates in, leaves it. DeMarco, that one wide. Dowiak goes to get the rebound. Fink goes and collects. Penn State, heavy possession. Now Fink taken down. Hung all alone. One-on-one. Big save, Sergeyev. And it deflects out of play.
Should have been called, but you're not calling that. Is it a hook? Maybe. It's not a trip. If anything, it's a hook. And Hong, blocker save, Sergeyev. He says niet. But it comes down possession.
8 seconds to go. Dowiak all over him. Thompson to Carfagna. Save made, Sergeyev. Mack. Now to Fink off his skate, and we are heading to a shootout at Pagula. Montez gains the puck at center ice, skates to the near side. Near side circle, one-on-one. His shot snipped out by Sergeyev.
Really quick, so you look here, he's going slow, picks it up right there, and then tries to beat him low blocker. That's a classic move you see from people.
Won the shootout against Michigan State a couple of weekends ago for the Nittany Lions. Skates to the far side. Lugris goes to the backhand, he beats him. Dylan Lugris shrugs, why not? And Penn State gets the tally in the shootout.
Now Dylan Lugris, it's the same move too. Delays, comes far side, delays, has a longer reach than Geniev, so the move here.
Near side, Rozzi hits the iron, and Penn State has the shootout victory against the number 9th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. But most importantly, Penn State got the win, 7-5-3, the record now for the first-year transfer from UConn. Opening faceoff goes the way of Riley Thompson and the Buckeyes. Big hit off the bat by Shade, and it's going to draw a penalty immediately. Thompson faked the pass, now skates in. Thompson leaves it. That shot save made, Sergeyev. Hanson Buchanan.
Boris, Penn State's lucky that Christensen was going down the boards there. If that's
Christensen wraps it around the boards for his D partner, Mack, and Mack puts this one right into the chest of Logan Turnus. Played into center ice, floated. Shade will chase it with Dunlap pressuring him. Lawback gets punched in by Guzzo. Geniev shot right out in front. Save made. Rebound there momentarily, but Turnus goes back and gets it. Too hard on the pass. Now it'll lead to another scrum. Rozzi gets it. Kept in at the blue line. Put deep, and a leg save that time by Sergeyev. Gordon banged up earlier in the period, but has played all of his shifts. As this shot gets on to Sergeyev, he turns it aside. And the puck battle goes to Riley Thompson, and Ohio State controlling the faceoffs early in this game. That's now 11-5 in favor of the Buckeyes. Still deep for the Nittany Lions. Lawback put it behind him for Fink. Now Fink turns around and shoots it. Goes wide off Turnus.
I decide getting it around him because he played so out in his crease. Turnus, you see there.
Lugris and Shade at the blue line. Shade at the Big Ten logo. Shot gets on. Turnus sends it down. Fink's line on the bench now is shown. Tried to center one. Puck bounced off some bodies. DeMarco turns around. It's blockered high that time from Turnus. Wahlberg trying to catch up to the puck. Schoen puts a nice play on it. Shuffles it up top to Shade. Shade to Schoen. Schoen leaves it behind DeMarco. Skates around, takes a shot, and that one is gloved by Turnus.
Somebody's going to win the battle, whether it's a kill or a goal.
Face-off goes to the side. Nittany Lions Savage. Simon Mack. Reese Lawback, a stick was broken. It's out there in the way. Everyone's got one now. Geniev, his shot, score! About the impact the Roar Zone had last night, and they said they don't win without it. And Danny Geniev got Penn State the first goal on the other side of the ice, away from the Roar Zone here tonight. As the Pagula crowd is loud. Kept in by Keaton Peters at the blue line. Peters, his shot, save, big rebound. Montez controls it. DeMarco leaves for DeGraves. DeGraves skates in near side circle, turns around. Loses the puck. DeMarco there to help him out. Now Mack takes one. Turned aside by Turnus. Said it's 1-0 in favor of the Nittany Lions as Lawback gains the zone. His shot. Rebound out in front. Backhanded on by Geniev, and Turnus covers it up. As Sergeyev plays the puck from behind his net. Turns it over to Dunlap. Dunlap whipped. Montez with a chance. And Sergeyev got a piece of it. 19-12. They lead in blocks 11-10. Faceoffs even at 16. And either Thompson or Schoen will give their team the advantage. It's Thompson, and now Chris Abel has it on his stick, gets it to Davis Burnside, who turns it to McBrayer. McBrayer through center ice in the attacking zone, right on Sergeyev, big save, collision, and the net off the bearings as Nathan McBrayer went right into Arseny Sergeyev.
Do things like this. Look at this rush from McBrayer. He's a defenseman. He's driving in like a power forward around DeGraves, and it creates the rebound out front. Obviously, net comes off its moorings, but last night we saw something similar. If McBrayer's in that net because he's taken...
Cervano, the extra skater, as Fontaine gets it across to Montez. Montez to Carfagna. Quick shot. That one deflects on to Sergeyev. And in! Riley Thompson, the power play goal, ties it for the Buckeyes.
Using his 6'4" frame to his advantage. Down low, it's Dane Dowiak, a forward who's used to being at the top of the kill. He doesn't pick up the stick in front. Thompson has a free blade all over that. It's a beautiful tip right between the wickets. You'll see it again, works up top. Thompson's on the left side of Sergeyev here. Dowiak doesn't have the stick.
Carfagna, Dunlap, that one blocked up by Lawback. Fink gains speed, 2-on-1. Aiden Fink rips it, big save by Turnus.
Defenseman in this sequence, McBrayer, he takes away the pass. You see him fading off the...
Up top, Wahlberg. T.O. Wahlberg. That one blocked by DeMarco. DeMarco able to keep it away from Wahlberg. Here's Weebush at center ice. J.J. Weebush skates around Wahlberg. In on Turnus. Rebound, score! Nick DeGraves gives Penn State the 2-1 lead.
I'm pretty sure he just did the dab down the handshake line by the Penn State bench. What a move! J.J. Weebush exposing the triangle there of Wahlberg, works around power forward, shovels one on cage, and then DeGraves
plays it up. Carfagna keeps it in. Burnside to Montez. Montez shot. That one free. Opportunity for Fontaine. He backhands it to Burnside. Score! Patrick Guzzo ties it for the Buckeyes. And the Buckeyes stun Pagula.
I told you, it's one of two people. It's Thompson or it's Guzzo. It's whoever's in front. Guzzo takes away the ice. Pucks are bouncing around. Penn State guys are selling out. You can't do that. You have to stay tight. You can't go on all fours.
As it comes free, Hong misses wide. McBrayer, chance for the rebound, but the siren will sound, and we are heading to overtime for the second consecutive night. The forwards out there against Montez. And two defenders, Carfagna and McBrayer, out there for the Buckeyes. Penn State looking to pick up a victory, which would just be their second in conference play, as Mack finds room. Mack, that's a big one, turned aside by Turnus. We saw this last night, led to a fantastic opportunity for Penn State that was snipped aside by Christopher Eberle. Now DeMarco skates in, save made by Turnus, and a trip on Wiebusch. Now Carfagna. Carfagna leaves it behind. Montez, good stick by Schoen. 2-on-0. Schoen got law back, score! Penn State wins, upsets in Happy Valley. Nittany Lions with a 4-point weekend. Nittany Lions have their second Big Ten win of the season. They've got their 4th point of the weekend, and they have risen from the dead. They're playing their best hockey, and Lawback seals the deal.
If we get one more look at the replay here on the goal, watch Ben Schoen's stick. Ben Schoen pulls it back.
Wisconsin has won 5 of the last 7 versus Michigan. Off we go from Madison. Haven't had a whistle since 15 seconds into this game. Rebound, Whitelaw, Draper, there! Keenan Draper jams it home. Michigan grabs the all-important first goal.
Pretty simple play. The Badgers aren't able to get it out. Blazer just gets the puck back in. Whitelaw, the former Badger, in on the first goal last night, puts it on net, doesn't get there. You know, in his press last night, he was very upset with what happened to his star winger. But
Dick shoots, scores! Badgers tie it.
wins it, goes towards the net, D to D, and instead it gets his head up. Anthony Kerr, the nice little pass. He didn't love the goal on Tommy Scarponi, but he realized William Whitelaw's a guy, seeing it all last year, that can put in a puck like that.
And there's a guy who can put a puck into an empty net anytime. Michigan grabs their lead back.
That yellow dasher board is really hot. You call hot, I mean, the puck bounces right off, and I mean, you could almost...
Edwards snapping it in. Moldenhauer, first to it in the forecheck from Michigan. LaPointe now turns back for it. Feeding the point. Estapa. Low shot knocked down by Kramer. Rebound! Fantilli finds it. Michigan now leads 3-1 thanks to Luca Fantilli.
Edwards with a nice little play here. He has had some really good games here at the Kohl Center. Must like playing there. But look at that, 3 Wolverines in front, and a really good job of getting, I mean, how does that puck get through all that traffic? But then Fantilli, keep it in mind, that's the other defenseman. You have Edwards moving in, you're not getting out there much and finding a rhythm. Yeah, you want your power plays, but you need to find some success.
Here's Hayes, walks in to Whitelaw, shooting it wide.
To a possible at-large NCAA spot, according to the pairwise rankings.
Orkoff and Horvath in the box. We begin this second period 4-on-4. Jackson Hallam unable to squeeze by Anthony Kerr. Excellent defending by number 24 there, Kerr, as he looks to scamper out of his zone in a hurry. Long toss ahead, quick shot! Badgers score! Quinn Finley, their leading man!
In the defensive zone, Anthony Kerr's had a terrific game. Look at that, hits the exit out of his zone, but finds Quinn Finley, who's a little bit that front leg shielding off the defender and then opens the legs of Stein. Watch this. It's that leg body control. Should have known. A good job by Michigan answering back, blocking his shot. So the game of chess there, body position. Both teams kind of win in different ways that one.
Fitzgerald in, Dick shoots, Stein extending that leg. That's your score! They tie it!
Talk about, there's that man again. Anthony Kerr steps up. Kukin makes a nice pass to Fitzgerald. Gets it to Dick, gets around Stein. But Fitzgerald keeps going to the net there. You see that puck stay loose in the crease. Huge third period for these two universities hockey teams.
Michigan has only had one power play tonight, and they're in the midst of it right now. 63 seconds to start off this final period. Dexheimer will clear it.
Now, Whitelaw's had his fingerprints on both games, both early on. Goal last night in the first 7 minutes, then a assist on Keenan Draper's goal.
Werner trying to bring it in front. He does! Scores! Evan Werner kissed off the goal post. Michigan has reclaimed the lead.
His 9th of the season, and Ernst, he gets it down below. Little chip from Hughes, and the puck. Scarfoni pokes it away. It comes back to him, and he whips it around. It hits. And Dexheimer's a guy that wants to thrive in the offensive zone. So look for number 4 to start moving up and be a little more offensive-minded.
Big rebound by Stein, and it was Horbach off the goal post on the follow-through.
Horbach follows it up. Watch this right here, and right off the pipe. Stein got over there, but that was open just for that hair of a second.
Scholl turns and fires it in. Botterill dummies that puck, lets Kukin take it. Stein to save, rebound, scores! Ben Dexheimer, we are tied in Wisconsin.
Came up, got aggressive. I mentioned it not too long ago. Watch number 4 on the backside here. All the plays to the left side. He sneaks in on the back door. That 4th guy, that 2nd, 3rd wave, as you see him there, and he just beats Edwards. Edwards is
tapped out by Wisconsin. They survived those offensive zone faceoffs. Next stop in Madison. We're headed to overtime. Good fight there by Hallam to secure possession off the draw. Jackson Hallam is able to make a change, and he's lost his stick there.
That's a good play by Hughes there.
And that will do it for overtime. Hughes on Tommy Scarfoni to start out the shootout. The deep, no score, swatted away.
There from Scarfoni as Hughes, great hands, and slows it down, and he read the play.
Now the leading man, Quinn Finley, in his 19 goals. Number 19 bearing down on goal, first shooter. And it's Stein stopping Finley with the blocker.
Finley tried to make the low blocker shot, but Stein.
In on Wisconsin, Whitelaw, Deek shoots! Scarfoni keeps it out.
Nothing more than the former Badger, William Whitelaw, would love to score here and win the game, but Scarfoni stays with him.
Evan Morrissey, the freshman. He'll give it a try. Morrissey shoots, and Stein makes himself big, keeps it out.
5-hole, and Stein laid down flat.
Here's Michael Hayes for Michigan. Hayes shoots, scores! Makes that one look easy. Smooth and elegant, Michael Hayes.
About it from him as he came in fast. Everyone slows down nowadays.
Fitzgerald needs to score here or Michigan wins. Christian Fitzgerald walks in, shoots. Stein extends, makes the save, and the Wolverines prevail in the shootout.
Madison. The fans are back, the students are back, and we are underway here on Big Ten Plus with the Badgers. Whitelaw, the former Badger, ripped that one across the face of goal. It's kept in. And here's Whitelaw again. The sophomore takes the shot and he scores! What a homecoming for William Whitelaw! That didn't take long at all.
Let's take a look at this shot from Whitelaw. Just a beautiful wrist shot, top shelf. Wow, what a shot from Whitelaw. No points in that first series against his former team. And
face-off won by Morrissey. Here's Dexheimer, takes the shot, saved by Corpy, out in front, and Michigan able to get it away from the net. Stein was given the start in both of the games against Michigan State last series. Here's Morrissey trying to dance in front. Corpy with the save. It's a scramble in front of the net, and the whistle goes, and now some extracurriculars, kind of plays that decide games, and a huge save for Michigan to keep it at 1-0 here around the 10-minute mark. There's a shot at the side netting. This season, they're averaging just over 12 penalty minutes a game. And now Wisconsin on the power play again. Here's Dexheimer, Morrissey. Down low to Tassi, across, a power play goal for Christian Fitzgerald. It's his 100th career game, and he's going to celebrate it with the goal. We're tied at 1.
what a way to set it up. But look at Tassi, no look pass over to Fitzgerald. That's just tic-tac-toe passing on the power play.
A beautiful feed, and that one, it was sloppy. It was Truscott with an errant pass. It went right in front of goal, and then a shot taken by Palatichuk. Held up against the boards again. Wisconsin gets it clear. Here's Dexheimer. Trying to loop around. Beautiful pass over to Hensler. Dances past to Wolverine and scores! It's Logan Hensler. His second career goal. And just like that, the Badgers take the lead.
Look at that move from Hensler. Comes around from the defensive end. 2 series now for Logan Hensler, 2 goals. Scored 1 in that Long Island series last weekend in Madison. Now gets another one.
Face-off won again by Wisconsin. Another shot, that one saved out in front. Tyson Dick able to win it back. Another chance for the Badgers. Dick's shot was saved by Corpy. The Badgers applying a lot of pressure.
Maybe ignited a little bit in their team, and that was a good play.
Here's another chance. Lindmark nudged off it. And then it's scramble out in front again, and Corpy's able to cover it. What a pass that was by Michael Hage to set up William Whitelaw. What a chance for Michigan. Here they come again. Halem. That's Remy Mullen. Oh, he scores! Dakota Remy Mullen, he scored his first career goal against the Badgers earlier this season. He scores his second career goal against the Badgers here at the Kohl Center. It's 2-2.
Just a really smart play from Remy Mullen there. If you watch that again.
About maybe a minute and a half. And the face-off taken by the Badgers. Hensler reverses it for, that was TJ Hughes. It's taken by Lindmark. Lindmark coming in. Big save by Corpy, 1-on-1. And now here come the Wolverines forward with Hage. Over to Whitelaw. William Whitelaw over to Horcroft. Big save by Scarfoni. Here's Hage. Over to Warner. That one across by Hughes. Comes out to Hage, over to Warner. Thought about the shot, back to Hage. They're trying to walk it in. Scarfoni, the save, still there for Michigan. Another save, and they got the power play goal. TJ Hughes, eventually it goes in. One of the best power play units in the nation does it again, and Michigan leads at the Kohl Center once again.
And TJ Hughes, just a wide open net there.
Here is TJ Hughes. That was Moldenhauer who lost out on it. Picked up by Phelan. That one given away. Chance for Michigan. Edwards scores! It's 4-2. Michigan has taken full advantage of the power play. Got the first goal, 4-2. Ethan Edwards.
And he was just left all alone.
Here's Sawyer Scholl. Trying to get past Edwards. Work it back to Kerr. Kerr out in front. Oh, it's gone in! Took a big deflection. It may have been Mellenbacher. And Wisconsin gets one back on the power play.
We'll take a quick look at this again. A great pass and just a great tip. He goes top shelf right in that left corner. 4-3, and I can't say this enough.
Michigan just 14 shots so far compared to 34 of the Badgers. Here's Dexheimer taking the face-off. Dexheimer walks it in, and it's saved by Corpy. In the Big Ten tonight, it's been a lot of goals. As we mentioned, other games going on. Ohio State, Penn State, they went to a shootout, tied 6-6. Michigan State took down Minnesota 9-3. Fitzgerald loses out on it. Here's Edwards and Hage. And again, Michigan gets it clear, but it's taken and neutralized by Dexheimer. Dexheimer driving forward. His pass, saved by Corpy. Scrambled, it's gone in! It's gonna count for the moment. Corpy didn't get a clean save of it, and it just trickled across the line. What happened there?
I honestly don't know, Carter. I think Tassie's gonna get the goal in. Simon Tassie must.
The shot took a deflection. Corpy kept it out. Truscott goes down, gave it away. Fitzgerald, there's the shot, deflected in! The Badgers have done it again! And they take the lead with 3:09 to go! Unbelievable scenes at the Kohl Center. It's Christian Fitzgerald again.
I mean, Fitzgerald puts it on net. It looks like it hit a Michigan defender's skate and deflected in. Nothing you can do if you're...
Michigan, can they get it away? Hughes over to Hage, 5 seconds to go. Hage loses his feet. There's the shot to the empty net, and they score as time expires. The Badgers, another dramatic win against the Wolverines at the Kohl Center.